Welcome people to Battle of Gilneas, the first replay cast ever of it. So, for this weekend, this is gonna be what it's gonna be because, unfortunately, I haven't received any Lord on Aftermath replays in a while, and I don't have any replays that is really appealing at the moment. So I'm gonna wait until next weekend when we will get some more from 1.26 with all the new goods and treasures with the patch will bring us. So I'm looking forward to next week then, but until then, there's no Lord on Aftermath replay this weekend. It will be Battle for Silver Pine this time today. So I'm gonna go over the players and I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the races as well, because a lot of people seem to be wanting to see more of this or like to play this. So first I'm gonna go through the players, which is me, Sylvanas as the Forsaken. Let's go to the top. Dropner as the Warden of the Sludge Field. We're gonna go more into what they are and all that. King Uther as the Fenris Isle, and don't mind these things that there was a bug we had this game that some buildings spawn outside what it's supposed to be, so don't mind that. Or the Gilnean army rather. We have Manetho as the Worgen forces, Darius Crowley, and you know Worgen and all of that. We have Fresh Prince as the Forsaken as well, but more of the Apothecary side of it. We have Alt as the Amber Mill Mages. Yeah, me as Forsaken. And then we have Lun as the Horde, the normal Horde. So, let's get right into it. So, Horde is the one that controls the more Navy side of the Horde, while the Gilnean army, or slash King Uther, Fenris Isle, whatever, is the one that controls more of the Navy from Alliance side. So basically, first of course Sylvanas work on getting all the way down to the battlefield. Of course there are some new players in this game. I know Lun was new to this, Alt and Manetho was new to this, and Dropner as well. So this is, if you have ever played through the quest line in World of Warcraft, then you know there's some Forsaken at the Sludge Field who is enemies. They could they betray the Forsaken. They you know, they experiment on stuff, become a little bit crazy and all that, so that's why we have chosen it as them as a solo faction this. So let us see, we have, where is Alt at the moment? Alt Amber Mill, clearing some bandits here to get some extra CPs. His elites will be with the Amber Mill Mages, which has banished Frost Nova and Restore Mana. He has Battle Mages as his only reliable frontliner. And he has a couple of mages like Fire Makers, Ice Makers, and then Arcane Mage. And of course the Battle Mages. And of course, let's see, where is the people? Okay, so Manetho is going around creeping a little bit. Oh god. So Darius is a very nice hero because he can provide a nice boost of armor to the army. So Horde starts with a base in south to mess up the Gilneans a little bit. He can start tearing them apart south, which will put Manetho or Grey in a hard situation if he wants to go south and deal with them, or just push up against Green, the Apothecary side. So Dreadgods are just like normal footmen, but they can get a nice boost, nice upgrade, which will give them 15% lifesteal. So you have the Ice Makers upgrade at first level, I saw now, which will give him Water Elementals as an extra little addition. Now, what is King Uther doing at the moment? Hannibal is just a normal caster or mage, so he's nothing too special. Now, what of course the Gilnean army should do with his forces at Fenris Creep is to go down to Amber Mill and help him out as best as possible, because Amber Mill will not be able to stand against Green and Purple or Horde alone in the hard times down there. So where is the place at the moment? Dropner has started to already go into Hillsplit Foothills and try taking some CPs from him. Oh, so Alt is forced to go all the way around. There's a couple of creeps in his way, and especially here, there's some guard towers which is gonna hurt a little bit. So Hillsplit Foothills has some additional stuff which it's not complete yet. It won't be the whole thing, but there are control points around. There will be events, and there's a mini bases and all that. So where is Sylvanas? Here we have the main army of the Forsaken arriving here, while we have the Dalaran mages just messing around and all that. So, what is Manetho doing? He is in Gilneas at the moment, and his elites, we can actually go talk about a little bit what he is. Of course, he has Druids of Blackwold, which is basically, they have Spirit Link, they have Mark of the Wild, which is a life regeneration, And then he has Spirit of Goldwyn, which will transform them into wolves, which move faster, has more health of course, deals more damage, attack fast, and has critical chance. His elite Kingsguard, which is a very nice unit that will be on the front lines. Let's talk about them later. So here we have Dreadguards and everything. Valkyrs, if people want to know what they do, they have a heal which is stronger than Priest, they have Howl of Terror, and they have Resurrect at their max level, which will resurrect 2 nearby units for maximum, 400 mana. Banshees work the same. Then we have Dark Rangers, which has the ability to learn Black Arrow. I think everybody knows what that does. So of course, at this moment, the Alliance has an advantage here. Of course, the Defiled Fountain spawns skeletons, which will go in here and attack. Sylvanas herself, where is Sylvanas standing at the moment? Sylvanas has a nice silence, which can be used on the mages, but at the moment she's very far behind here. Now of course, the Frost Dome is going to just be excellent when all the units are stacked together here. Even though they have 50% life steal, they're gonna go down a bit down. Water Elementals, of course, is pretty nice, has an extra shield, and of course the Battle Mages with their mana shield on it. Henry Malab has also some nice AoEs, which can be used very nicely in this choke point. So all the frontline units are going down, just slowly a little bit here, but you know, it's starting to go down. And then I believe we have some chaplains, yes, from King Uther here. And how much more forces? Yeah, we have the Moonson from, from Henry Malab. This is the first guys I ever do of this. London has, what spells he does have? He has some nice spells which is very deadly. First of all, he has that fountain which spawns skeletons to go off to this side. He has a chain healing. He has an aura which takes life from enemy units nearby him, so they won't have any regeneration. They will, Here we see an example of the Valkyries in action, resurrecting units. And there's a maximum of 6 of them. Yes, there is. I just had to remember that. So of course there's a maximum of 6 on all elites in this game, and at the moment that we can probably see some Corcoran elite, which is the Hordes unit. A Shockwave, Taunt, Vampiric Potion and all that. So now we see Hordes and Fresh Prince frontliners are all the way back, while the others are being torn apart on the front line there. Oh, Henry Malab doing damage to all of them at the moment, just in that choke point here. Now here we see some ships from Red going south. What is going on here? Oh yeah, we have Dropnik clearing out the little Forsaken base down over here. So this is a great choke point for Ambermill in fights, and at the moment they are losing this fight. Of course there's still some balance issues we are taking care of in the map, but this has been the most smoothest run we have so far. So the Valkyries are pretty strong with the Hall of Terror and Resurrection. They are a main thing, they are a must thing for Forsaken to have. And of course if you focus a little bit on Dreadguards, then you must have the blade here. So of course let's see how much money Alt is sitting on. 230. He could start creating some Battle Mages. He could. Oh yeah, I should probably go over his hero spells. His hero has a Freeze, which is AK an Entangling Root. He has Fortlighting, which is a Saw, Brilliance Aura, and his ultimate is a Storm? Starfall. Starfall, that is it. And Henry Malab has a Moonsoon Siphon Mana, I think, and I can't remember the next spell. And then again, he has a Arcane Curse, which I don't remember exactly what it does, but it's very deadly. Now, of course, in this game, there was a main problem that he could not build his peasants for some reason, because we have different peasants for each race. Now, one thing I should explain in this map is that when you destroy a major base, like, let's say Ambermill, Horde is the one aiming it down. Horde will get the reward for destroying it. It's the player who destroys it who will get reward. So he will get extra 200 gold and lumber. And, yeah, that's what he will get. We can go what Chromush is. Chromush is... yeah, now we go. It's gone down. 200 gold and lumber for London right there. Chromush is much like a Blade Master in some way. He has a Dancing Blade, which is like a Blade Storm. Not ultimate, of course. He has Combat Experience, which is Critical Strike, I think. And Command Aura, and his ultimate, I actually don't remember. So here we have Dropnin with a, not big force. Dropnin's hero was actually designed today, I think, which has... actually, I don't remember what he has. But I can't tell what some of his casters will do. Flesh Giants are very powerful tank units, which are his elites. He has Sludge Sprayers, which has Curse. The second spell I don't remember, but the last one is a Breath of Fire. At the moment they have not been upgraded at all. Made wagons still work the same and all that. They have a Thunderclap, if I believe, right? Yeah, healing, by the looks of it, or just a Chain Lightning. So of course he's massively outnumbered now with the Horde and Forsaken forces. He should have a little bit more. How much gold is he sitting at? 250, could be a couple of more. One of his normal main units are Plagued Ghouls, which is stronger than a normal ghoul, and they have possibility to become stronger. So, Manetho. Yeah, now he's on his way up north. Manetho is the vanguard of the Forsaken. Yeah, they were the vanguard of the Forsaken. No, they're the vanguard of the Alliance. If he's not on the battlefield with the others will most likely fall, because he's so powerful alone. And we're gonna see an example of that in a moment, if I remember right. So, of course, if you look around, you might recognize yourself with some of the areas in the game. Oh wow, that has been teleported down? Wow. Sorry about that. So. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is actually kind of cool. This is This is just an additional base that they have access to, so like a second defense before the Fenris Isle itself here. So, Dropping is still there. King Uther was going to look at. Henry Maleb. Yeah. So, by looks of it, it seems that Alt has gotten access to some kind of normal peasant, which will allow him to build Gilneas Knights, which he's not supposed to, but it's a bit fun to see this in game actually. So Forsaken forces, there we have them. So Horde doesn't have much variation. They have grunts, raiders, spear throwers, Corcron guards, pillagers, which is a weaker raider but has a stronger pillage, which can be used very nicely, and shamans. That's what they have, since they can focus more on navy than what Forsaken and London can do. This is the Dalaran Crater, which in the future will hopefully give an event to Dalaran. I don't know what to give them, so if you have suggestions in the comments, then please feel free to give them. So here we go. 1, 2, 0, 0, ranged 0. Okay, so nothing yet, but here we go. Now we're gonna see a fight with the Forsaken forces and Gilnean forces. Now we can go more into the King's Guard. King's Guard is a very powerful unit on the front line, just basically because they have defense, so they can hold really nicely. They have a Holy Light, which can be used not on themselves. Yes, on no, can it be used on themselves? I don't know, but it doesn't heal that much, but it is very good. They do have a resistant skin and hardened skin, I believe, so they're very tanky and very strong. And already we can see an Executioner, which is the Forsaken's elites, which works a little bit like a Death Knight in a way, and a Warrior. And here we have the Druids of Blackwall. Let me see. Oh yeah, so at the moment, Manetho's forces is really outnumbering the Forsaken forces. 2 upgrades, but still their army is very much stronger. Let me see, because we see a Dread God here, 600 health, and we go over to like a Worgen Knight. And I believe the Worgen Knights have cleaving. And we're gonna see something more soon. Why this is so good. Of course, first of all, we get the Inner Fire from and Spiritlinks out. If I see Darius use his spell now, of course, I would love to. Anytime. Anyway, of course, we have Anti-Magic Shield going out. It was stupid by me, because they don't even use magic in the first place. But of course, the Mark of the Wild, which looks like an Inner Fire now, it's not been changed yet. It's a bit funny. So Forsaken is forced to flee, a horrible place to stand in there and attack while their tanks are just tearing them apart. Oh wow! So we have Amber Mill and the Gilnean army being surrounded by Linden and Horde here at each side. And of course Alt can't revive his hero at what moment looks of it. Oh, can he? Well, he can probably make one, but of course he can't yet. Of course, the Corcron has Shockwave, which is gonna tear down some units. Oh, where's the hero? A-Trick. Oh, he's stuck. The Defiled Fountain is blocking the way, and the Necromancers. He is gonna be stuck, and perhaps one elite is also gonna go down. 2 elites, no, 3 elites is gonna go down. No, get away. Henry Maleb is also gonna get away, and some of the elites from Gilneas' army. Now the captains, we can also go and take a look into what they are. The captains, basically, they are... they can tear down heroes pretty much good. They have Shadow Strike, they have Feedback, destroys mana, Resistance Skin of course, and I don't remember the last one, but they're very nicely on the front line. So of course, they are gonna use... That's been teleported over there. Oh. Strange. Let me see, more are the Forsaken and search. Yeah, we have a King's Guard just running away. Here we see an example of the Holy Light in action. They're very powerful. And imagine if they are buffed up, or upgraded I should say. So he can keep creating Gilneas Knights. Oh. I should also go through some events as well that can happen. If the Forsaken forward base is destroyed, then Darius can go up to Shadowfang Keep and get it as a new garrison for, you know, just buildings and a new control point, and of course the Shadowfang Keep itself. It's a very nice defense position as well to hold, especially for them. And to get, if you think one battle is going to define this war, then no. One example of this is here we have a Gilnean forward base. If that is destroyed, then the humans or the Gilnean army will get Gangrave as a second hero. If the Spelcher is destroyed, then the Horde will get Garrosh Hellscream. Oh no, so here we see the frontliner is just gonna die already. Lyndon and the Horde forces are going in together, just tearing this place apart. Of course, Meat Wagons as well is just gonna tear apart any casters. Footmen are being spammed, but he's gonna be forced to flee over to the other side. Dropner, where are you at the moment? You are pushing in. Oh, that could be dangerous. So, Manetho, have you upgraded anything? No. Okay, we have some Horde forces all the way in south now, just taking some CPs and being annoying. Let me see. Can he? Yeah, of course, heroes are a little bit, cost a little bit much. Now we are... Oh, so they are pushing out. Oh, they're gonna push out. So, yeah, Forsaken doesn't have very much frontliners here compared to what Gilneas have. They are almost mostly frontliners. Of course, Valkyries are very nice with the Howl of Terror and Dark Rangers with the Black Arrow. But against the King's Guard, they are nothing. They're just gonna die. Of course, the nice thing with Valkyries, if one of the front lines die, then you can resurrect two of them, which is pretty handy at the moment. Of course, the towers are helping a little bit here from Lyndon here. Against the... No, they're barely doing anything against the King's Guard. Look at that. Darius, I haven't talked about his abilities at all, have I? War Stomp. War which increases the defense of the units. Maybe we can see an example of that. No, we only see the other. Cleaving Attack, and I think he has another War, which increases damage as an ultimate. I don't remember, actually. But at the moment, we can clearly see that the Gilnean... that the Worgen are tearing them completely apart. They're gonna be forced to flee over to the other side. Oh, and Dropner is very close as well now. He's very close. Plague Ghouls with them, Flesh Giants, a little bit better army, and the Sludge Sprayers, not many of them, because there was a problem in this game where they cost too much. They were just an insane cost. It was a normal Necromancer cost, and that is actually a bit high here in this. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So we have Dropner's forces coming from behind, and then Manetho's main Worgen army is inside green space, trying to take things apart here. Now, of course, most of his casters are caught behind here, and he's gonna take some damage from all the Plague Ghouls and Flesh Giants and etc. here. This could be deadly, actually. But of course, yeah, they're getting away. They're not gonna have much problem at all with this. They're just fine. Don't worry about it. But now it might be the other's turn. Could be. Or it might just be green space turn. This is a very difficult point to take. I mean, technically you could probably aim it with catapults there, but you never know. So Horde forces are pushing through to Fenris now, and they aren't going to be able to get this by looks of it. There's barely anything on the front line holding them at the moment, and Alt has access to Druids of Blackwall now. Well, they're going to get the Spirit Link, but I don't think it's going to help. We see some captains on the front line, but most... Yeah, captains on the front line, and they're going to die. They have to flee. Oh, Lyndon could actually be aimed down. No, but they've almost trapped themselves. It's a good thing by Uther, but just to aim down the defile fountain so you won't be trapped if an escape is needed. Oh god, just look at them. The Corcoran are really powerful. Really powerful, but I believe, Chromos himself may be a little bit meh. He's a little bit worse. A little bit. So Manetho has retreated over here back to his little Gilnean forward base camp. Since now we have Dropner, who's actually going to be caught in the middle here by looks of it. Because of Forsaken and then the Worgen army. Let me see. Is there any units that I may have skipped? Yeah, all the captains and Henry Mellab has fled. And what about... Yeah, the Archmages has also been able to flee in the transport ship. So they're going to be able to get their way down. Of course, this place is going to be blocked off in the future. But, yeah. So the Horde has won this fight. And it's the same thing here. Here's a major building. He will... or the player who destroys it of the Horde will get a reward from... destroying it. 200 gold and 200 lumber. So where do I have dropped them? Is he gonna start pushing down? He might do so. He might actually start to push down towards Gilneas. At the moment, sadly, there's no events for Stillwater in the game at the moment. There is... even if he destroys any major buildings, he won't get anything at the moment.
We're under attack.
Yeah, now they're just gonna... Oh, he did. Which is my dog. Who is gonna destroy it? Nah, they're not. They're a little bit slow. But of course, even though they have lost their main bases, Light Blue still has a big port down south where you can produce ships and all that. And the other one has a town hall and arcane sanctum, which you can use down south. So we do see some shades from Fresh Prince. I thought it was Dropness, but I might have been wrong. Okay, so Manetho is completely abandoning this. Oh yeah, of course, it wasn't a bug we found. You can upgrade your Gilnean forward base camp, and that will not actually trigger the event, so Light Blue won't get Gan Greyman as a new hero now. Unfortunately, but, you know, nothing to do about it. But okay, so, no, some Gilnean footman is being just standing there. Now this point here, I have to say this, is very nice. It is very hard to get through as if you play the Gilnean army right, or have a big army as Manetho has. In this choke point here, it's impossible to almost get through. But of course, ships can go around and land anywhere they want. Oh, I got up some stuff. Oh yeah, it's the Forsaken Forces destroyed Fenriskeep. The survivors have fled to Gilneas. Let's see. What is going on down there? Oh yeah, Horde Force. Oh, there's still some Horde stuff down here. Manetho didn't finish this off completely. Now the Forsaken's army has been rebuilt again. Is it Dropness forces still down there? Yeah, they are. Not the biggest. Not the biggest. Ah, those poor Gilnean soldiers are just gonna die, aren't they not? Oh well. Manetho is not gonna bother with them. So he's just down there still. And the ships are almost arriving. Oh god, down in Gilneas. Now, where is Sylvanas? There we have Sylvanas. Okay, so stuff are going quite nicely actually. Alright, I'm gonna end part 1 here, so thanks so much for watching. Until next time guys, bye bye.